50 years ago, LABI was started to pass what was seen at the time as an unpassable policy, which was right to work. First off, you had a legislature at the time that good luck passing that bill, and then even if you did, you had a governor at the time. Everybody said wasn't gonna sign it. Well, LABI was created, they passed the bill, and the governor signed it.
The business community in Louisiana in the mid-'70s was fractured. You had a very, very powerful organized labor. The individual who led it, a gentleman by the name of Victor Busey.
In a given period of time, that person must join the union and pay his fair share of the cost.
There was tremendous discontent and even acts of violence that were occurring with the unions, and it was creating a lot of antipathy toward the state of Louisiana from an investment standpoint for businesses. And the business community got to a point where they had had enough. They sat down, talked it through, and agreed that they would form a single entity, and they needed a titan to lead that group to go up against the likes of Victor Busey. And that titan ended up being Ed Stein.
When you assumed the presidency of LABI, what did you see as the main problems besetting our state at that time?
So much of our legislation had been not necessarily anti-business, but it was not conducive to the economic growth of the state. And the taxes had been piled on business, unemployment compensation costs, workers' compensation costs, prevailing wage law was making Louisiana appear to be dominated by labor. And the fact that we were the only state in the South that did not have a right to work law convinced labor this was not the place to go. Go to Mississippi, go to Arkansas, go to Texas, go to Alabama, go to Georgia, but don't go to Louisiana. And so I thought these things need to be changed. And of course, there's a lot of work to do that.
Well, there was a major PR effort, and once people understood what it meant, they were overwhelmingly in favor of right to work. And so that made it difficult for legislators to say no ultimately. At the end of the day, that PR effort was pretty significant. But even with that, organized labor pretty much had the legislature locked down, and they certainly were getting help from then Governor Edwin Edwards on that front. They were able to kind of keep the bill itself contained, which meant that in order to get the bill to the floor, there had to be some use of the process to force the bill out of committee when the committee didn't want to pass it. So there were procedural moves that were made that ultimately allowed for the hearing on the floor that was understood to be critical to its passage ultimately. And I think that, again, this was one of Ed Steinmel's geniuses. He understood how to make that happen. At the end of the day, everybody was surprised, including Edwin Edwards, because he had said he would sign the bill, believing all the while he probably wouldn't have to because Vic wasn't going to let that thing clear the legislature. That was the beginning of the evolution from an organized labor-controlled legislature and state government to where we are now. It created an opportunity for this organization to begin to build on that, knowing that there was going to be less influence down the road. That became a major focus for LABI during that period of time. The organization has always had headwinds because we are trying to do the difficult things. We're not trying to do easy stuff. Anybody can do easy stuff. LABI was always about doing what others felt was controversial. Those 50 years have been extremely difficult, but we've done more than people can really appreciate. That battle has been worth the 30 plus years that I've been at it because we're here now. It has been a monumental 50 years. I'm just excited about the next 50.